Hello, this video showcases all 112 Steam achievements of the game, Hero Siege. Some achievements require the DLC, Hero Siege, Gates of Valhalla, expansion set. Timestamps can be found in the description, the pinned comment, or on the screen. Hero Siege is an action-adventure game that combines elements of role-playing games and roguelikes. The gameplay is presented from a top-down perspective, allowing players to navigate through various themed environments. One of the key features of the game is its roguelike mechanics, where levels are randomly generated, ensuring each playthrough is unique. The game includes permadeath, meaning characters do not respawn after dying, which adds to the overall challenge. Players can choose from multiple character classes, such as warrior, mage, and rogue, each with its own unique abilities and playstyle. The game supports both single-player and multiplayer modes, enabling friends to join in the adventure. A diverse loot system allows players to discover and equip a variety of weapons, armor, and artifacts to enhance their characters. Throughout the game, players encounter a wide range of enemies, including challenging bosses that test their skills. The fantasy setting features dungeons, forests, and other mystical locations, enriching the player experience. Level 100. Reach level 100 with a hero. Attempting to complete this achievement will also complete the following 9 other level achievements along the way. Legend of Tarethiel, obtain level 100 with Viking, Pyromancer, Marksman, Pirate, Nomad, Redneck and Necromancer. For this achievement, I have a few tips on how to grind faster. Play on Seasonal, a lot more players, to be boosted by if you don't have friends. Get to Hell difficulty as fast as possible, to gain more express on higher difficulty. In normal difficulty, you can complete it by just going through the depths of Hell boss's portal. And for Nightmare difficulty, unluckily, you will have to kill every boss to progress to Hell difficulty. In my opinion, the best grinding place for non-Valhalla DLC users is Fields of Battle, where there is a great mob, the Worm, which splits off into smaller worms when it dies. For Valhalla DLC users, I have no idea, since did not purchase any DLCs for the achievement. Monster Slayer, slay 50,000 monsters. Attempting to complete this achievement will also complete the following 5 other Monster Slayer achievements along the way. Ancient Slayer, kill 20,000 ancient monsters. Attempting to complete this achievement will also complete the following 3 other Ancient Slayer achievements along the way. The difference between ancient monsters and regular monsters is that ancient monsters have a title. Collect 1 million gold. Collect 1 million gold. Attempting to complete this achievement will also complete the following 1 other Collect X gold achievements along the way. Conqueror of Tarethiel, complete Inferno difficulty on softcore. To unlock Inferno difficulty, you must first complete the game on all lower difficulties, starting from normal, then progressing through Nightmare, Hell, and finally Hell 5. Once you're in Hell 5, you will receive a quest called The Fall of Darkness from the mayor in the starting town. Completing this quest will unlock Inferno difficulty. The quest requires you to defeat 2 Uber bosses, Amun-Ra and Gabriel, both on Hell 5 difficulty. While working toward this achievement, you will also unlock 4 additional achievements tied to completing the same content on lower difficulties. Conqueror of Pain, complete Inferno difficulty on Hardcore. While working toward this achievement, you will also unlock 4 additional achievements tied to completing the same content on lower difficulties. Conqueror of Solitude, complete Inferno difficulty on Odyssey Softcore. While working toward this achievement, you will also unlock 4 additional achievements tied to completing the same content on lower difficulties. Conqueror of Painful Solitude, complete Inferno difficulty on Odyssey Hardcore. While working toward this achievement, you will also unlock 4 additional achievements tied to completing the same content on lower difficulties. Fall of Gurag, slay Gurag on Inferno difficulty. Attempting this achievement will also unlock 3 similar achievements. These are tied to lower difficulty levels for the same boss. Fall of Grim Reaper, slay Grim Reaper on Inferno difficulty. Attempting this achievement will also unlock 3 similar achievements. These are tied to lower difficulty levels for the same boss. Fall of Anubis, slay Anubis on Inferno difficulty. Attempting this achievement will also unlock 3 similar achievements. These are tied to lower difficulty levels for the same boss. Fall of Damien, slay Damien on Inferno difficulty. Attempting this achievement will also unlock 3 similar achievements. These are tied to lower difficulty levels for the same boss. Fall of Karp King, slay Karp King on Inferno difficulty. Attempting this achievement will also unlock 3 similar achievements. These are tied to lower difficulty levels for the same boss. Fall of Satan, slay Satan on Inferno difficulty. Attempting this achievement will also unlock 3 similar achievements. These are tied to lower difficulty levels for the same boss. Fall of Mevius, slay Mevius on Inferno difficulty. Attempting this achievement will also unlock 3 similar achievements. These are tied to lower difficulty levels for the same boss. Valkyrie, slay the Valkyrie in the Plains of Ida. When teleported, I appeared in the Rift Gods boss arena, fighting against a copy of the player character. Just to mention, to progress in the new zones, it is needed to progress the Valhalla's quest chain. After the fiasco, I arrived at Forest of the Slain Zone 8-1, where I need to complete the quest, Welcome to Valhalla. To complete the quest, I need to find the gate to the next zone, Flooded Plain Zone 8-2. In this zone, we need to find the gate, which leads to Plain of Ida, where Valkyrie resides, the first boss achievement. Finish the first quest and start the quest, Valkyrie hunting. It is part of the process of opening the gates of the boss arena. The other part to open gates, need to solve a puzzle, where I need to find 4 shapes and place them on the pressure plates, front, left and right of the gate, with respecting figures. Defeat the boss for the achievement. Jörmungandr, slay the Jörmungandr in the Valhalla River. Return the quest, Valkyrie hunting, to progress the story.
Foolish mortal, know that it was you who freed from mine. Everything you've ever loved.
After the introduction of the third boss, a new quest has been generated, Gates of Valhalla. To complete the quest, I had to go back to the flooded plains and find the gate, which teleports to Forgotten Caves Zone 8-3. The gate's name is Gates of Valhalla. In the Forgotten Caves, a new quest is generated, Access Denied. To complete the quest, I had to find the gate, which teleports to the next zone, Camp of Souls 8-4. Return the quest, Access Denied, to Astrid, then she will offer the next quest to progress the quest chain, Eternal Peace. To complete the quest, a toy bear has to be found in the current zone. Then return the toy bear and a new quest is generated, Purge, which requires killing corrupted refugees to open a portal to the next area, River Joel.
deny Helheim from his filthy past. Your mind will break.
In the new area, contact the ferryman to finish the quest, Purge. Then a new quest is offered, River Rapids. In this quest Jörmungandr is encountered and I need to kill it to finish the quest and for the achievement. Fall of Odin, slay Odin on Inferno difficulty. There are 3 additional achievements that require defeating the same boss on lower difficulties.
The master's end. My power is endless. This can't be. This cannot be the prophecy.
Terror of Inoya. Slay Damien in Fallen Inoya on Inferno difficulty. There are 2 additional achievements that require defeating the same boss on lower difficulties. For this achievement, we need to collect 6 primeval artifacts from act bosses. Random drop from act bosses and each act boss drop a specific artifact. Can be purchased from the Wandering Merchant and from the Tarethiel market if there is any.
So have you ever felt betrayed? Switches how you see things. Realize something needs change. Cause I know you got me up. Let me show you what's up. Cause enough is enough. I'll take a face full of pavement just to make a statement. I know there's no turning back. Oh God, adrenaline wasted. So mad I can taste it. I know there's no turning back. I'll do what it takes, I ain't making mistakes like.
With all the ingredients collected, craft the Key of Terror, which allows you to gain access to Fallen Inoya. The Bitter Taste of Death. Slay Shadow Reaper in the Shadow Realm on Inferno difficulty. There are 2 additional achievements that require defeating the same boss on lower difficulties. This achievement is triggered by defeating Uber Reaper. Uber Reaper is found in the Shadow Realm. Shadow Realms are random spawned zones throughout maps on Hell difficulty. You will need 10 dimensional shards to enter the Reaper's Breach. Dimensional shards can be dropped by enemies in the Shadow Realm or purchased from merchants. Ending the Eternal War. Slay Sung Lee in the Eternal Battlefields on Inferno difficulty. There are 2 additional achievements that require defeating the same boss on lower difficulties. For this achievement, we need to defeat Sung Lee, who is located in the Eternal Battlefield. To access the Eternal Battlefield, you need to be on Hell difficulty and collect 50 battle fragments. Battle fragments are dropped from enemies, which are spawned in by the Eternal Battlefield portal. Or can be purchased from Wandering Merchants. War God of the Colosseum. Slay King Rockle in the Chaos Tower on Inferno difficulty. There are 2 additional achievements that require defeating the same boss on lower difficulties. Access the tower by speaking with the Tower Master, and head up the stairs. Fight off the waves of monsters and climb to the top of the tower. Upon reaching and clearing the 10th floor, a portal to the boss arena will appear. Entering it requires Colosseum fragments, which can be obtained by clearing floors in the tower. Death of a fallen angel, slay Gabriel in the Circle of Hatred on Inferno difficulty. There are 2 additional achievements that require defeating the same boss on lower difficulties. To get to the Circle of Hatred, you will need a Soul of Hatred, which is crafted by combining the souls of anguish, despair, and corruption. These are dropped by the Uber bosses, Damien, Shadow Reaper, and Sung Li. Fortune Teller's Misfortune, defeat Luna in Vanaheim on Inferno difficulty. There are 2 additional achievements that require defeating the same boss on lower difficulties. To attempt this boss, you'll need a Bifrost key. Use it on the pedestal in Astral Encampment, Act 7 to access Heimdall in the Bifrost. Heimdall will offer you 2 random zones to teleport to, with Luna found in Vanaheim. Once in Vanaheim, begin Luna's quest, Fortune Told, which requires slaying numerous monsters. After completing the quest step to kill monsters, a portal to Vanaheim will appear. If you miss the portal, you'll need to use the Bifrost again to locate Vanaheim and fight possessed Luna. Sealing the door to Afterlife, defeat Amun-Ra in Tomb of Amun-Ra on Inferno difficulty. There are 2 additional achievements that require defeating the same boss on lower difficulties. To attempt this boss, you will need 2 keys, one for the dungeon and one for the boss arena inside the dungeon. The Kurikan key, used to enter the dungeon, can be dropped from Shrines of Destruction, which resemble the Anubis boss. The Ankh of Eternal Death, used to access the boss arena, is crafted using Scrolls of Ra, These scrolls drop from the Shrines of Destruction and within the dungeon itself, along with sigils and an angel key. Satanic Items, obtain 200 Satanic Items. Attempting to complete this achievement will also complete the following 2 other Satanic Items achievements along the way. Angelic Items, obtain 10 Angelic Items. Attempting to complete this achievement will also complete the following 2 other Angelic Items achievements along the way. Soulforged Ring, obtain the Soulforged Ring. This achievement is a grind fest. First, we need to find a mysterious fragment, which is dropped by any boss. The quest item can be acquired without the DLC, but you can't progress. To complete the new quest, Mysterious Fragment, need to find Or the Blacksmith, who is located in Dehorn Farum behind a boarded-up mineshaft. To open up the mineshaft, you would need the DLC to access it. Interact with Or to start the quest chain, the Awesome Signet. It has 3 parts, but for the achievement, I only needed to complete part 1 and 2. Part 1 of the quest requires finding 250 fragments, brigites, dropped from regular enemies. I suggest, no, command you to farm for brigites in Camp of Souls, since the drop rate is quite good compared elsewhere. For example, for clearing in Camp of Souls a time I would get on average 1 to 3 brigites. Elsewhere, except for Chaos Towers and Special Realms, the drop rate is more like 10 clearings and you may get 1 brigite, the word is may. Then return the quest in and accept the part 2 of the quest chain. Which requires collecting 15 Essence of the Gods, which are dropped by any boss. The drop rate is very bad, as expected, since I am fighting 1 boss for every 2 to 3 minutes, while I can kill 150 or more mobs in less than a minute. Then return the quest in and accept the reward. The achievement is triggered by picking up the ring.
Thunder does the work. I take the credit.
The Supreme Elemelon, obtain the Supreme Elemelon. The Supreme Elemelon can be crafted by combining Water Melon, Ice Melon, Earth Melon, and Fire Melon. These melons are angelic charm items, which are dropped extremely rarely. Sarcaster's Coffee Club, join Sarcaster's Coffee Club. Hi, for this achievement we first need to complete 3 Sarcaster's quests and then interact again with the NPC, who will give you an option to join the club. The first quest is Sarcaster's Coffee Beans, which needs us to collect coffee beans on the waypoint in ACT-1 Zone 1, outskirts of Inoya. The second quest is Bricks. So many bricks is to retrieve bricks from breakable items such as boxes, grass, etc. The third quest is Hot Water, which needs us to collect hot water drop from enemies in ACT-1 Zone 3, Pumpkin Patch. And after completing these quests, we can join the club. These are clips of what would need to be done. And now for the clip with the achievement. Candyland. Enter the gates of Shiponia. There are 2 methods I know of to enter Shiponia. The first method is by crafting the edible paw logo. According to a Reddit post, the ingredients can possibly be found as follows: Otto's rat in the rat's den, sheep pelt in the pumpkin patch, and Yusi's bong in Distorted Horizons. The second method is by using the Bifrost teleporter, which has a 20% chance of offering to teleport to Shiponia. However, to access Bifrost, you will need Bifrost keys.
Another day, another battlefield.
Hands of Satan. Destroy Satan's both hands in less than 30 seconds. I suggest being higher level than the boss and playing on easiest difficulty. And this boss can be found in SCT-6 Last Zone. Chaos Tower. Clear a Chaos Tower. Hi, Chaos Tower is an event dungeon. Chaos Towers can be found wandering around in any act in Tarethiel. When approached, it will sit down, allowing you to enter. Every map has a 10% chance of generating a Chaos Tower. Every fully cleared map increases generation chance by 1% until lobby has been reset. The Chaos Tower can be found in Nightmare and Hell difficulty. If you perish in the tower will disappear. We found this Chaos Tower in Nightmare difficulty. Since it is in this difficulty, it will only have 5 floors which are needed to be cleared. If you found on Hell difficulty, the Chaos Tower will have then 10 floors which all need to be cleared. Angelic Realm. Enter the Angelic Realm. Hi, to enter the realm, we need a key, an angelic key. This item is a rare drop from enemies in Hell difficulty, higher chances of dropping on higher level difficulty, since it increases magic find, which increases the drop chance of rare items. It also can be purchased from the in-game market, preferable in the season's market, since it is cheaper by magnitudes. Or ask someone to give you a key, which I did. And the key is to be taken to St. Peter Indon's Chapel, Act 6 Zone 0. Who will open a portal to heaven, and entering it will trigger the achievement. Trick or treat. Complete the Halloween quest chain. Hi, for this achievement, I did this during the last month of October. But I am not sure if it could be done on offline mode though. Anyway, I used this guide, Happy Halloween Achievement Halloween Event by Malvis, to get this achievement easier. So to get the achievement, we will need to complete 5 quests, which are Quest 1, collect 100 candy. Quest 2, collect 4 candy apples. Quest 3, 20 monsters lured with candy. Quest 4, kill the Reaper. Quest 5, kill Pumpkinhead Damien. Quest 1, collect 100 candy. Head into Act 1 and clear monsters until you have enough. Quest 2, collect 4 candy apples. As displayed, each apple is in every act. Clear monsters to get the candy apple. Quest 3, 20 monsters lured with candy. You have gotten an active relic reward from your last quest, the candy basket. If you activate it, you place a basket of candy beneath you, which will trigger bombs when a monster steps on it. Quest 4, kill the Reaper. Head over to Act 2, Chapter B, clear the map and enter the boss lair. Quest 5, kill Pumpkinhead Damien. Head over to Act 4, Chapter V, clear the map and enter the boss lair. Kill the boss and enter the portal. You will now enter the second boss lair for the quest boss.
still a chance. Most respect. Your journey ends here.
Merry Christmas, complete the Christmas quest chain. Hi, this video is about the mentioned achievement in the game, Hero Siege. The quest chain has 9 quests and I went by this guide, Christmas Questline Guide, by Walhart for more details. 1. Sweet Annihilation, obtained from the mayor in the town. Collect 100 candy canes, which are dropped by monsters in Act 1. 2. My grandma made those, obtained from the mayor. Collect the stockings, which are dropped by Gurag, the Act 1 boss. Building a snowman, obtained from the Christmas letter. Collect 20 snowballs, which are dropped by monsters in Act 2. Find the snowman's head, given by the headless snowman. Collect the snowman's head, which is dropped by the Grim Reaper, the boss of Act 2. Snowball fight, given by the snowman. The snowman will give you a snowball relic, that you have to use on any enemy to freeze them. Six. Gathering lights, given by the snowman. Collect 20 of the Christmas lights, found in Act 3. 7. Where's the tree? Given by the snowman. Collect the Christmas tree, which is dropped by Anubis, the boss of Act 3. Robin Hood is my idol, given by the snowman. Once again, the snowman will give you a relic which looks like a glove. When used, it will extend towards an enemy, and gives you 1 point. Once you have done this 20 times, you can turn it in. Getting the Christmas Tree Star, given by the snowman. Collect the Christmas Tree Star, which is dropped by Damien, the boss of Act 4.